All right, Disney fans. So today at the Honda Center for D23, there was a huge panel where they announced tons of new stuff that is coming to Disney parks around the world. It took about 3 hours for this panel. I'm going to tell you all the big announcements in less than 5 minutes. Everything that's coming to Disney parks. Let's go. And the first thing to note is this panel, which was moderated by Josh D'Amaro. He stated that this is all things that are in production. This is not blue sky. This is not things they're thinking of. These are all things that Disney is saying are going to happen. The first announcement that Disney kicked off with is that there will be an Avatar experience that is coming to Disney California Adventure, and it's going to be inspired by the new Avatar movies, so The Way of Water and Fire and Ash. Here is some more artwork. It's going to be a boat ride. It's supposed to be grand and dynamic and take you through the world of Pandora. And here is another look at the artwork for the Avatar land. And one more piece of artwork here for the new Avatar land. They did not announce where in Disney California Adventure it's going to go. And also in California Adventure, there will be a new ride inspired by Coco. Again, they didn't say where it's going to be though, just that it's going to be part of California Adventure. And here's one more piece of artwork for that. After the Disney California Adventure announcement, next up there were announcements about nighttime spectaculars happening around the world. First up, next month on September 20th, Reach for the Stars is a new nighttime spectacular that's going to debut at Tokyo Disney, and it's going to include Marvel and Up and Big Hero 6 along with other characters that you see here. And in January, Disneyland Paris is getting an all-new nighttime spectacular that will not only have castle projections, but for the first time will also have Main Street projections. And this news, which makes me incredibly jealous, is that Magic Kingdom is going to get an all-new nighttime parade called Disney Starlight, which is going to include Encanto, Peter Pan, and Frozen, and be led by the Blue Fairy. And here's another piece of artwork for that. Also over at Disneyland Paris, we got an official opening day for World of Frozen and for the new naming of Walt Disney Studio Park, which will now be called Disney Adventure World, and that's going to open in 2026. And there was two other big pieces of news for Disney Adventure World. First, in the center water area of Adventure World that they are now naming Adventure Bay, there will be a new 360-degree nighttime spectacular that seems very reminiscent of World of Color. It's got tons of fountains and effects happening in the middle of the park. You can see Adventure Bay here, and to the left of Adventure Bay, that kind of yellow and red area is a brand new area where they are going to have the first ever Lion King ride. And here is the artwork for that new Lion King ride that's going to be at Disney Adventure World. And next, there is something very exciting coming to Disneyland, and that is the first ever Walt Disney animatronic. The Walt Disney animatronic will be in the Opera House on Main Street as part of an all-new show called Walt Disney: A Magical Life. And that's going to play in rotation with great moments with Mr. Lincoln, so they're not getting rid of it. You'll just see one show or the other. And they did say that this show is going to take place in Walt Disney's office, and you're going to feel like you are alongside Walt Disney. And now let's talk some big news coming to Animal Kingdom. So first, overall, Animal Kingdom will be renaming Dinoland USA to be called Tropical America. So first, the dinosaur ride will be getting rethemed to be an Indiana Jones themed ride where you are going to enter a Mayan temple with a mythical creature that you need to find with Indiana Jones. This ride does not have a name that was given out yet. But here is a look at some artwork for the Indiana Jones ride. And here's a look on the inside where you're going to be looking for this mythical creature. But that's not all, because Dinoland itself is getting a whole massive retheming. So you're actually now going to enter into a village that's called Villa Esperanza in the heart of a lush rainforest. There's going to be a fountain and a hacienda and an all-new carousel that's actually filled with Disney animals. You can see some artwork of the carousel here. But more importantly and more exciting, they are also going to have the first ever Encanto experience, and you're going to be able to enter the casita. And they actually did announce that this whole Tropical America area with Encanto and Indiana Jones is supposed to be opening in 2027. Next up, Disneyland was actually given an official opening date for Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which is going to be November 15th, 2024. And going back over to Animal Kingdom, there's going to be a new show premiering at Animal Kingdom called Better Zootopia that is Zootopia themed. There are also two new lounges that are coming to Disney World. There will be a Spaceship Earth lounge coming to Epcot and a new Pirates of the Caribbean themed lounge that's coming to Magic Kingdom. And there's actually still a few big announcements left. So at Hollywood Studios at Walt Disney World, they are getting a Monsters Inc. land. There was actually a lot of artwork given for Monsters Inc. land, so let's take a look at some of it. But the most important thing to know is that Disney will actually have the first suspended roller coaster that they've ever had in their parks here in Monsters Inc. land. So in Monstropolis, humans will be invited to tour the Laugh Factory and go through the doors to experience the first suspended coaster. Here's some more artwork from Monstropolis from Monsters Inc. Land. And yes, the first suspended coaster. That is super exciting. And here is the artwork. You can see the yellow ride vehicles over there for the suspended coaster. And keeping it over at Disney World, they will actually be expanding Frontierland to now incorporate some new rides from the Cars franchise. Here's some artwork from that, from the new Cars rides that are going to be brought in. There's going to be 2 new Cars rides. The first Cars ride is going to be a road rally. And the second Cars ride, Disney just said, is going to be meant for smaller, younger guests. After that, the announcements moved back over to Anaheim, where at Disneyland, Smuggler's Run will be getting Mandalorian and Grogu. And Marvel fans finally got some concrete information on what will be happening in Avengers Campus. But before we talk about Avengers Campus in Anaheim, there was also big announcements made for Marvel all over the world. So first, in Hong Kong Disneyland, there's going to be a new attraction coming to the Stark Expo featuring new Stark Industries intern, Spider-Man, also known as Peter Parker. Here you can see some artwork for that new attraction, but there wasn't a lot of details on exactly what that attraction is yet. And over at Shanghai Disneyland, there will be an all-new Spider-Man roller coaster. And now, the news we've all been waiting for. Let's talk about Avengers Campus in Anaheim. There were some huge announcements made about Avengers Campus over at Disney California Adventure. The first announcement being that the Avengers Campus area is actually going to double in size, and there are 2 new attractions coming. So first, let's talk details about the e-ticket ride. So at Avengers Campus, the new attraction is going to assemble Earth's heroes with a multi-world attraction called Avengers Infinity Defense. So you're going to walk around Avengers Campus where you're going to get training from all the Avengers, and then you're going to take that training to defend the world and others with new Stark technology that allows the guests to travel from world to world. Here you can see a ride vehicle traveling from world to world, and then what's going to happen is Thanos is going to steal the portal technology to take over the world, and you're going to have to team up with the Avengers to defend iconic locations like Asgard, Wakanda, and New York. This is very exciting because I know a lot of Disney California Adventure fans like myself have been waiting years for Disney to finally do something with this area in Avengers Campus. And here's another shot of artwork from that ride. And here's Thanos, who everyone's going to have to work together to defeat. And the other new attraction that's going to be coming to Avengers Campus is called Stark Flight Lab. This 4th attraction that's coming to Avengers Campus is where you're going to test Stark technology in Flight Lab. And there's actually going to be different flights and different things that are going to happen while you're on this ride, kind of like Star Tours. So you'll need to ride it multiple times to check all of those out. And this is an overview of the new Avengers Campus, which is going to double in size. And now for the very last and possibly biggest announcement of the night. Magic Kingdom is getting a Villains Land, and it will have 2 attractions and dining and shopping. Unfortunately, though, even though that announcement was very cool, it didn't come with a lot of information. There was this really cool piece of artwork, but no opening date, no information. They did actually say, though, that dirt is moving in that area, so hopefully it'll be sooner rather than later. And that's the final piece of news that's coming to Disney parks. There was other information discussed at the panel, like how there's a collaboration coming with Fortnite, and there are 4 more cruise line ships coming for Disney Cruise Line, but this was all the parks news. Thanks so much for watching. If you're not already, make sure to follow along here on our page for lots more theme park content and fun.